all of us are experience varieties of difficult times. The difficult times come in the form of relationship issues. For example, recently somebody was seeking help from me in terms of how to deal with the breakoff that she had with her boyfriend, and she was going through a very difficult time, extremely harsh and unable to sleep. So relationships are, as Freud said, and as many people who have studied human life say, that relationships can be a source of great joy as well as great sorrow. So it is through relationship that we get the highest of joy in terms of intimacy, love, bonding, friendliness, and also highest of suffering in terms of agony, hate, anger, irritation, rage, violence. This relationship can be a source of lot of pain in our lives. So this is one area that requires a lot of relationship skills and understanding. So let me just list some of the other things that I have experienced people coming to me, talking to me, or even I have in my personal life. For example, recently in COVID times, I've seen people going through a lot of anxiety and stress because of sudden disease, and even sometimes people discover they have some incurable diseases like cancer or things that they have very short lives. So all these can be traumatic events. Similarly, financial crisis, people losing a lot of money in businesses, have suffering losses in businesses, or even stock markets, or in other ways, getting cheated and stuff like that. So that can also be a source of a lot of suffering. So if we look at our lives and lives in general, we find that as human beings, we are very vulnerable. Vulnerable in terms of our physical security and health, vulnerable in terms of emotional security and well-being and relationships, and similarly financial. But you will see that all of these ultimately come down to feeling very stressed, feeling very low, sad, depressed, anger, rage, violence, total disenchantment with life. So ultimately, it is the feelings that we have to deal with it. So as many of you know that feelings management is becomes the critical resource through which we learn to. When I say we have to bounce back, we have to be resilient, what I mean is that I go through this period of sadness, suffering, or anger, or sense of helplessness, loss, but then I bounce back. Now the problem is when I'm not able to bounce back for a long time. So a healthy person will also experience all these stresses, but that person will be able to bounce back quickly. So we have to see. So my focus here is what is it in me that will make me bounce back from these setbacks of emotional crisis in my life. Now there is another perspective which says it is not only you bounce back, not only that you're resilient and that you come out of it, but you come out stronger. Since I've gone through death of my loved ones, I come out stronger. That in the sense that I'm more immune to the suffering. If some closed ones, I lose some closed ones in future. So this aspect is called anti-fragility. That means I'm opposite of fragile. Fragile is something that breaks very quickly, and anti-fragile. This concept has been given by one, N. Taleb. He's written a book by the same name, but that's more on the business and stock market. But I'm talking of as a human being. So as a human being, we become more anti-fragile. That means all these knocks that life keeps on giving us, or whatever I've narrated earlier, when I come out of them, I come out as a strong person. That I become less prone to the suffering when they again occur. I suffer less sadness. I suffer less of anxiety, less of loneliness when I experience them again. So I become stronger emotionally. So I'm talking of that we should aim for anti-fragility and not only just resilience in the face of all this. So this is my proposal or proposition for all of us, that what is it that we do that we not only bounce back from these as a resilient person, but also become stronger when we go through all these issues.